Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, we all heard what President Ruto said about the offer of doctors' salary or stipend to be pegged at 70,000.
And I am telling our friends, the doctors, that we mind about them, we value the service they give to our nation, but we must live within our means. The resources we have are only sufficient to pay 70,000 shillings for intern doctors. It is not a salary, it is a stipend for only 1 year, and then they will be employed.
We also heard what the KMPDU Secretary General, Dr. DAVJI ATELLA, gave as a response the moment William Samoei Ruto finished his statement.
Today, we want to thank the President because he has acknowledged that the government actually indeed did receive our strike notice. But we want to give a little bit of clarification on this particular strike notice and on the issue regarding the medical intern doctors. Number one, we are not demanding for any salary increase for the medical doctors interns. We are saying we want compliance to an agreement that was signed in 2017, because we gave a proposal based on the CBA that was signed in 2013, where intern doctors and other...
Now the ball is on William Ruto's court because he seems to have ignited another storm. And personally, I think you can only blame the advisors or technocrats who misquoted what the KMPDU position was. The KMPDU position was not an increment, but the KMPDU position was that whatever is being paid to be maintained, but also the CBA to be honored, and the doctors who have not been absorbed to be absorbed. That was the position of Dr. DAVJI ATELLA. So I want us to go deep into what William Ruto said and the response that Dr. DAVJI ATELLA gave. But before you do that, I'd like to kindly encourage you to please like this video. It's so important if you like this video, because that is the only way YouTube get to share our video to many people. Also, if you subscribe to our channel, you give this channel an opportunity to grow. Now, to those who subscribed to our channel before, thanks so much for that support, because without you, this channel could not have grown. So Dr. ATELLA maintains that the association is not seeking for an increment and advises William Ruto to read the Bible on the book of Matthew chapter 7. You know, we've always known that William Ruto is one person who likes Bible issues, like to, church issues. That's why you find him most of Sundays. He goes to church, those church weekend prayer rallies. Now, and we also know that William Ruto during campaigns, he could quote Bible verses. There's a time he also quoted a Bible verse, but people said he had quoted a wrong verse. Now, Dr. DAVJI ATELLA seems to be playing William Ruto's game, is using his tactic to address the position. So the moment Dr. DAVJI ATELLA mentioned Matthew chapter, 7:10 there, and even went to an extent of quoting a Bible, that is the time I knew that Dr. ATELLA was trapping William Ruto, We
want to say that he said today that when a father, which father will leave his children with debts? But the same Bible in the book of Matthew chapter 7 states clearly that which father will give his children snakes when they ask for fish? Or which one will give his children stone when they ask for bread? And therefore, we are asking for bread that we have been eating for the last 7 years.
If you listen to the video about what the doctor said, yesterday, the 7th of April 2024, if you listen to that video, then you as sure as hell know that kumeharibika. The doctor maintained that the strike is going to go on, but William Ruto's position is that that is what we can offer. So now fahali wa William wanapigana kwa sahihi, it's not Dr. DAVJI ATELLA and Susan Nakumicha, but it is Dr. DAVJI ATELLA's camp due and the president. So that's where the ball has rolled onto. So from my own perspective, I'm foreseeing a scenario where this strike will be prolonged. Because if I look at what happened during demonstration, where it was very hard to push William Ruto, to force William Ruto to make certain decisions, I am foreseeing a scenario where this strike will go on. A thing that we wouldn't want to see happen, but it might go on to even 100 days. I mean, if this issue is not addressed as soon as possible, then it might go to, many, many days. There's a time I saw somewhere, someone had, I think a blogger, I don't know whether it's a blogger or Susan Nakumicha, but one person had talked about the medical interns being paid 20,000 in, I think, Uganda, not Uganda, it is Tanzania, either of the two. So now they were justifying the fact that here in Kenya, they are supposed to be paid almost that 20,000 because there is no, they're just medical interns. That is just a stipend, and it's not salary. So wakati huo, I looked at the scenario and said that the reasoning that the ministry was trying to bring on board was not going to sit well with these people. And as a result, these people are not going to call off the strike, because what they're trying to do at the moment is only grounding the operation in public hospitals. But we know private hospitals are operating, they are working, and despite the fact that the private hospitals, the public hospitals are not working, they are not bothered. Because like one time, Dr. DAVJI ATELLA said, there's a time I think he was in the JK Live, and he told Jeff Koinange that the only way government listens is when there is a crisis. So this is the only time the government can listen. So if you go back to work and negotiate thereafter, then the government will not listen. So the best thing is we talk about this matter now, then go back to work. So that was a position which the doctor gave during that JK Live interview. So after listening to DAVJI ATELLA, listening to him very carefully, the words there, the only thing that I could conclude is that this strike might go on and on and on, because I don't know who is going to give in of the two. Because one thing I've noticed about DAVJI, Dr. DAVJI and Dr. Mwachi, they have a strong position, a position that is for the good of the union. Also, on this other side, we know that there's an issue where William Ruto is talking about government only being able to pay up to 70,000. But what Dr. DAVJI ATELLA gave as a response is that we are not asking for more. All we are asking for is that the status quo in terms of payment to continue, but the medical interns to be absorbed according to the CBA. That is what Dr. DAVJI ATELLA and Mwachi are calling for. And that is so easy. I think the government can just find another way, of implementing this matter. Because right now, if William Ruto has given that kind of position, that means he could have gotten an advice from the ministry, advice from head of public service, advice from other stakeholders to pay them a maximum of 70,000. Now, if the KMPD officials are not ready for that kind of payment, then what does it mean? It means kutaharibika bado. So, ladies and gentlemen, personally, that is what I think. But what do you think about the response that William Ruto gave and what DAVJI ATELLA told William Ruto? In fact, going to an extent of using the Bible to refer to William Ruto to address this issue, to go to the Bible, and find some wisdom there. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.